If MMT becomes a reality, what does that mean for you? You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Today we're going to talk about the end of the monetary system as we know it. You have to understand that every so many years we get a new monetary system. What that new monetary system will be, of course, nobody knows. There is a lot of speculation here, but of course we need to understand how this affects you because that's really the key. What happens here is going to be a lot of intricacies. It's probably going to depend on where you are around the world. There's going to be so many factors, but you as an individual, that's what we got to look after. So we're going to get into that data. I'm going to, of course, bring that up into the Money GPS Insights as I like to do now. One of the most favorite portions of the episode right now for so many people. I want to get into inflation and deflation, a lot to cover. Let's get into it right away. This was a fun one that I wanted to highlight to begin this episode. You can see in the top right corner, the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, said, she was going to make a little speech in this conference and so on. And then you can see Northman Trader below that suggesting, a little wisecrack about the situation and how the Federal Reserve and all of the stimulus and so on has created massive inequality. So when they talk about inequality and trying to fix inequality, of course, they are behind it all. This chart right here shows you, using their own data, total assets held by the top 1%, all right? And that is the blue line. It has accelerated, of course, as you can see. Look at the red line. That's the share of total assets held by the bottom 50%. And if you can't read that, I know it's small font, it's zero essentially. That's how worthless the total volume or the total share of the bottom 50% is compared to the top 1%. I mean, this is just ridiculous. And then, of course, that green line is the Federal Reserve's balance sheet. So you could see what happens here. The more money that they print, the more it's going to enrich the elite. And that's just an absolute fact. Is it that they're printing money and putting it into the bank accounts of these elite? No, it doesn't work like that. But the structure, the entire structure of the quantitative easing enriches the few as you take from the many. But many people foolishly ask for more. Please, government, give me more. We have to fix the problem. Well, look at this article here. It happens to be out of Canada, but we've seen the same thing in the United States. I've shown you that before. Hedge funds and wealth managers had one of their best years of returns in a decade in 2020, but some of those top performers were recipients of the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy, a federal program intended to pick up the payroll tab of businesses that have taken a revenue hit. Wait a second. You're telling me that the government, the taxpayer, is using their dollars in this way to bail out the companies that are making an absolute killing right now? Yes, that's exactly what's going on. And should this be a surprise to anybody? No, because the tax dollars are always squandered. So they're going to do more and more of this. And you have seen how many stimulus checks have been going out to people. And of course, people get that check and they feel good because, hey, I can pay the bills, I can get the debt, I can pay the food, and so on. But we have to understand that that is just a small portion of the total money that they are giving out. If we start to break it down further, we realize that this money is clearly and obviously being squandered. And it must be known that what we're seeing in the financial system is truly frightening because it is more frail and fragile than they're willing to admit. And when this happens, when you have a collapse, like a financial collapse, maybe it's 2008 style, maybe it's 1987 style, maybe it could be, any other previous event, but this right here just gives you some insight as to what it does to the pension funds, what it does to you as an individual saver with your money in the bank, you get screwed over. This happens to be about Archegos. It gets into the story there, but specifically, Soros bought up stocks linked to Bill Hwang's Archegos implosion. If we go further into the article, it basically just says that his investment firm snapped up shares of Viacom, CBS, Discovery, and Baidu as they were being sold off in massive blocks during the collapse of Archegos. They get into more of the details. I had pulled up, I don't think I have it here anymore, but I also had the data directly from the SEC. The point was simply that when you have a collapse, there's always going to be some that are able to get that inside knowledge. They happen to hear from certain individuals, don't worry, everything's going to be fine. They go in and they buy massive quantities of this. How about Warren Buffett getting a call on the phone? Hey, do you mind bailing out Bank of America? We're going to give you a sweetheart deal. We're not going to go through the billions and billions of dollars that were being given out to all the car companies, to all these companies. For some strange reason, Bank of America, they went through Warren Buffett to get a sweetheart deal. I mean, you know that something is very fishy when they're picking the winners and the losers, who gets to fail, who has their company split up in 20 pieces, who gets nationalized, Fannie and Freddie Mac. You see all these different things, and this is a contrived event. You have to understand that, okay? All of these actions here are all part of the grand scheme to take from the many. And you see that through the inflationary process. You see that through what they're doing here on so many different levels, all right? Now, this was an interview that Jeffrey Gundlach did. And Jeffrey Gundlach said many things in this interview that I thought were really interesting. They highlight some things about MMT that I will get into first. The bond investor asserted that the stimulus checks are opening the door to universal basic income. I think we're already there. We had basic income way back in the 60s. It's still with us with welfare programs and the like. And now we've been expanding it and expanding it. He gets into further detail. But I need you to know something here. When you talk about MMT, the average person says, look, I need help, or these group of people, they are in need, so we need to help them out. And they say, we're going to start doing this, this, and this, and you'll get some money, you'll get some money, and you get some money, and we're going to take it from that group of people. But if we look at this historically and actually see the documented facts, when they brought in income tax 1913 in the United States, such a small percentage of people were actually paying it, and it was on an extremely high tax level. Like I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but I should do a video about it. I mean, you're talking about somebody who is making the equivalent in today's dollars of tens of millions of dollars. They would only be taxed on that amount. Everybody else wasn't paying it. You didn't have all these very, very high taxes, and yet things were still running. Now, maybe we have more services today, maybe we have more of this and that. But still, you have to understand what they're doing here. The taxation goes into a black hole. And if you would just spend the time to look at it, I know that people will say, no, no, no. And I know I probably just lost 50 subscribers as a result of this. But I have done the due diligence. I have done this, probably 15 years now, looking at this very fact. Where are the tax dollars going? I want to know, because I'm paying into the tax system and I deserve the right to know. And every time I do, I assure you, I am not happy because I see the squandering over and over again. With the increase in the federal deficit and the U.S. debt pushing 29 trillion, quote, it's almost like they're moving into UBI and even sort of a wealth tax sort of situation by having a deficit so big that where are you going to get it from? This is something that I believe people should be aware of, because they're going to take more from you. If you're in the middle class, they're going to take more from you. They're going to tell you that this is for a small group of people to pay, and it's instead going to be you that has to pay the bills. At this point in time, we need to highlight a few things. Number one, it is looking very likely that MMT or equivalent will happen, and it is a matter of time. And then we must also acknowledge number two, that is the currency will continue its devaluation. So then, of course, number three, that is very important to take a few steps as a result of this. If this is to be the case, if the currency is to be devalued and continue to be devalued as it is, there are some steps, and that is number one, you need to minimize your cash that you're holding because that will be devalued, and you must invest in real assets. Those real assets, of course, are your way to hedge against this inflation. And then we have number four, seek tax shelters. If there is a way when you're investing that you're holding onto something, remember to seek a tax shelter. If you've got money in your, let's say 401k, if you've got it in real estate, the values of those have gone up considerably. You might just be a regular guy, an average Joe, and you've got to be careful with where your money is kept because the wealth taxes, or as they call, unrealized capital gains, are coming for you. One thing I want to note before we go is that this is a platform that I've been on for 10 years now, and finally, I have begun to actually do this, and that is setting up the insiders. The insiders is my way of getting to you directly, okay? This is going to help me and basically get off of their systems. For the time being, this is where I am, this is what I'm doing, I'm going to continue doing it. But I hear from people literally every single day saying, hey, I just noticed that I was unsubscribed. I was unsubscribed to you. How did that even happen? I say, look, this happens every day. Please resubscribe, hit that notification bell. But this is just not enough. So I set up the insiders. All it is 5 days a week. You get the daily email from me giving you the video of the day. So make sure, if for nothing else, for a backup, so that I have a way to get to you directly. You can sign up for free, of course, at themoneygps.com. If you found the video informative, hit that thumbs up button because you actually support me when you do. If you want to learn about the financial system, these two books, you can go to themoneygps.com or the link in the description. And of course, if you have not already, check out this interview I did with the Uneducated Economist. We talk about lumber and deflation, inflation, and so on. See you there.